putting on my Facebook Live. Give me a second. Hi there, everyone. It's 4 o'clock. I'm here. I'm back again. Okay, so here is my challenge. I have no money. I have no list. I have no internet. I have no contact list. I have no reputation. And I only have 30 days and my internet access, and I have my marketing platform. Okay, so we have to make some money now. Okay, so basically today we're going to talk about fear. And fear is something that we all have. We fear of failing, and it stops us. It stops us from progressing. And so, a lot of people are asking me, so, okay, enough of this. I want to know how to make money in 30 days. Well, I am going to teach you, but it's one step at a time. And we are going to go through this process, my experience, and we're going to be learning. And I am going to teach you how to make money online. But the most important thing is, like yesterday, we spoke about belief, and you've got to believe in yourself. And this is something that is going to help you in business. And I want to talk about these things because at the end of the day, you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to put that fear away. And I know it's just easy to just for me to sit here and say that, but we got to work on that, and these type of things, these fears, like if I was here today and I was selling you a product, for instance, I was whatever the product was going to be, and I was trying to convince you that this product was really great and this opportunity was really great, more likely you wouldn't buy it from me. So, I think that the thing is that the reason why I want to touch on these things is that so many people have come to me and said, how do I overcome this thing? So you've had bad experiences in life, and your experiences are, they've created these false beliefs. So now you think that everything you do is not going to work. Okay, so, and you just, the best saying that I have is, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because whatever you believe you can do it. And I am living proof of that. So, as I said, fear stops us in our progress. Sorry, I'm running 2 videos, so I'll be looking away because I've got the Instagram. Hi, fans. Hey, Marvik. How are you? Hey, Colette, Tanya, Lara, Lynette. Wow, great. Give me lots of hearts and loves and likes and all that stuff. Okay, so, we talk about, as I was saying, we talk about having bad experiences, and it creates this fear that, if we're going to take this opportunity, we're going to go into another thing that we're not going to succeed at, and we're just going to fail, and then that builds up more of these walls and these barriers. So yeah, so I just need you to know that we're all in the same boat. We really are all in the same boat. I was just speaking, I think she's not on yet, but I was speaking to a friend of mine a few minutes ago, actually, and she was saying that she says, I just can't get a job, and I know it's tough out there. It really is. And she said, yeah, but the most scariest thing for me is that, I'm reaching 60. And I said, well, don't feel lonely. I'm almost 60 as well. So believe it or not, I can't believe it. But yeah, so, you need to just understand that it's not about age. It's about you. And this is why I want to talk about belief in yourself. I want to talk about fear of failing. And also, if we want to build our dream, we just want to be able to do what we want to do in this time in our life, and we're stuck in this mundane job where we got to go to work every single day, and we earn a salary that most of the time that money is spent before we even get it. And so, it's difficult. It's really difficult. So how do you change that? Well, you just got to believe in yourself, and you got to stop putting this fear that's stopping your progress. And so I just want to, so that this is not going to be a long life video, but I want to pass a message across. Yes, I am going to go through the steps of how you make money. You're going through it with me. You're actually experiencing this whole thing with me. So it's all very exciting, I must say. We've just got to have an open mind, and we've got to say, I need this change. And I'm going to talk to you about my worst day, my biggest fear that I had. And that was quite some time ago, but I want you to understand that I totally relate to what you are going through. And this is the purpose of me doing this challenge, so that I can show people. I mean, I make money online, but I need to get a structure in place that I can say, here it is. This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to make money. Just let me show you. Let me teach you. Okay. So basically, let me tell you about the worst day of my life. Okay. I was married. Was married for 14 years, and I was in a bit of a abusive, physically and mentally, relationship. And not all the time. I mean, there were good times as well, but it was a thing that I wanted to get out of, and it's the hardest thing. I've joined some groups, I've looked at some people and all the nonsense that they're going through, to try to understand where people are. And it's really sad, actually, because a lot of people are too afraid to make that change, to take that step. And it's not easy. I mean, I've done it. So now I wanted to leave him. But my life was pretty cushy, I would say. But it was not what I wanted, because it was just not going to be good for me. I was losing my myself, my ability, my confidence level was going down. Everything was changing. And I just decided I wanted to leave him. Now, I'm telling you this because I want you to see that I relate to these situations, and I've gone through so much ups and downs. And so this is why I understand where you are. So I never had any money. I couldn't even pay for my plane fare to back to my own country. So thank goodness for friends, because I had to ask for help financially to get there. And then I was going to no home, no job, no money. I was like one of those guys that stand at the traffic lights with those boards, no Tracy Chapman. So yeah, it was a very tough time, because it was the worst day of my life. I remember, my children, my son was 7, my daughter was only 3 years old, and I had to leave them behind. And this is the hardest thing. And yes, I was, I was afraid. I was really afraid. And I feared I thought that I was a failure, really. I wanted to be married forever, and I thought that I was a failure. I as a mother, I was a failure in my marriage. And it's not a good spot to be in. And I was sad leaving my children. I mean, I cried myself to sleep every single night. I just wanted, I missed them. I missed them a lot. And those were not good days. So now I had to start again, after being married for 14 years, and you have to actually start again from zero. And I didn't have 1 cent. I just had 2 suitcases full of clothing. And so, it was a sad thing. It was really a sad thing. But because I had to realize the situation, like acknowledge the situation. Now, how do I get out of this? Because this change, this move that I made was going to change the rest of my future. And so now I had to make it work. And that's very much like what I'm doing now. I'm just putting myself back in that situation of having no money, having, no contacts. I mean, I was out of the country for 8 years, so I really came back with no contacts except, my friends were here and my family, but you just can't go live back home, So, yeah, and so I just wanted to make that change, and I did. And I was scared. I was really scared. And but I did. I made it, and that's what I that was my choice, and so I had to make it work. So finally I did get a job, and I worked in that job for 5 years. In fact, that's how I got my degree in marketing, because they gave me a bursary, which was, I worked for SA Breweries and lots of free beer, yes. Anyway, so I'm not saying leave your spouse, okay? So let's get that straight. I'm not saying you have to make that kind of change. I'm just saying that if you want some change in your life, you've got to do it. There's no one else that's going to do it. You've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to face that fear and decide you're going to overcome it and just do it, So, I feel for my friend. Actually, she's still not on today, but I wanted to say some words to her. But everyone, I mean, we work in a job for 40 hours a week, and 40 years of our life, and then we get retrenched, So I just decided one day, I was working for this amazing company, and I just decided I want to live my own dream, no matter how hard it is. I got to stop being afraid. I just remember the one time I went to America for the first time, and I had to drive on the right-hand side of the road. Oh my gosh, that was another fear. I had to go and do something horrible. I had to end a relationship, and I had to fly there I was in America already, but fly to the East Coast, and then get into a rental car and drive all the way to this one city, which I didn't even know where it was. And I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh. So you see, there are things that you need to face. I got in that car and I drove, and I found out it was actually okay. It was easy, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So the whole thing that I wanted to share with you today was, don't let fear stop you from moving towards, a better life or a better situation, or, you want to build on your dream. And I always say to my family, just, get that side business going, get your own business going so you can build your own dream. And not so long ago, my brother was retrenched this year, actually, and after being with the company for so long, and then they just tell you that they don't need you. So you have to actually, he got his job back, by the way, just so you know that. But you have to actually start thinking, what am I going to do for my future? What can I do that I can make money? And I'm telling you, online is the best way to go. And I'm here with my no money, no contact list, no reputation, and only internet access. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach you that you can actually make money online. I mean, this is how I survive. So, but I need to do this. I need to do this so that I can put it down, put my cards on the table, and I can show you. So yeah. So give me lots of likes and share this with someone who, you feel needs it. It's all, positive vibes, and it's all a good thing. So I thank you very much, all of you. If I haven't mentioned your name, there are quite a lot of you. Thank you so much for coming on my live Facebook and Instagram. Hi, Instagram people. So tomorrow, what I would like to talk about, we'll get more onto the business, because everyone's pressurizing me. Come on, talk about business. I want to know, Anyway, tomorrow we're going to do something. It's called it's the who, not the how. Okay, so the who and not the how. I'm not going to explain that. I want you to join me. We'll chat about what that means. And yes, thank you again for joining me today on Facebook and on Instagram. Hi. Keep safe, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye for now.